Welcome back everybody to another video from down here in storage. Now, just before I get into today's video, I just wanted to say that the number plates and the paperwork for this little red guy are coming in on Friday, just a few days away. So the odds are that I'm not going to be able to drive it on Friday. I may have a chance on Saturday, but if it's raining and the weather's not very good, probably I'm not going to get a chance to. The reason for the video is that there's been another car come in just a few days ago, and it's something that I've bought, so it's another car of mine. Pretty rare little toy. What I can say is that some of these cars were road registered, a very small number, and then others were not, and sadly mine is one that was never road registered and cannot be road registered, so it's a full-on race car. There she is. This little guy here is number 111 from, I think it's 159 vehicles in total. And like I said, some were able to be road registered. This one was not. So it is literally a dedicated racing car. And there's a little bit of a difference between the two cars. The one in red has something like 230 horsepower or close on it, and a 6-speed box. And the yellow guy has something like, I think it's closer to 300 horsepower, and it has a sequential transmission as well. And obviously she's completely gutted. There's nothing in the front. There's a roll cage, there's a seat, there's loads of control panels and switches and all sorts of cool stuff. Other than that, it's like a shell. So it's a really, really quick, responsive, awesome sounding car. And I mean, this one hopefully will be too. This one, I believe, because the exhaust was changed on this car also should sound pretty good. And we're going to find that out really, really soon. I find the color really, really awesome. It's kind of a pale shade of yellow, and I think it really looks amazing on this little car, and it really shows off the lines. This little guy right here, I'm hopefully going to get it out on a track. We have a track that is pretty close to where I am living, maybe 20 minutes away. And so yeah, I'd love to get this one out there. So you've got the door handles down here, like 355 style. And then yeah, you can immediately see there is a cage, a very, very hard bucket seat. And other than a small-ish meter on the dash there's not really anything else. These here off to the left are pretty much pointless. I don't even think they work anymore. So you've basically got your gear meter, and then you've got a rev gauge. And then there is the sequential box. You've got the control panel for starting the car and stuff like that. The battery sits inside. You've got a fire extinguisher. Let me show you over here. You can see there that it's number 111. There is the main man's signature. Everything in this car is gutted. It's also got these really cool little it's got these headlight covers that are in a silvery color. It makes it look like a bug or something, but very cool pieces as well. And then you can see you've got a load of electronics. It's literally nothing in the thing. And then yeah, you've got the engine. So I'm hoping to give this a little bit of an oil change soon, and just go through the basics, make sure everything is running well. It's got a huge airbox on it that the red car doesn't. And then yeah, you can see the cage all in the rear. It's got this center partition, which the red car doesn't as well. But yeah, I mean, I just think these things are really, really cool. So yeah, like I said, the red one, which is beside me here, is going to be road ready this Friday. And with a little bit of luck over the weekend, I'll get to drive it. But yeah, this is such a cool little car. And then of course you can see there my Pulsar, actually my Pulsars. But that one, yeah, on the right, we don't talk about that one. Yeah, this thing, man, is weird. It hits differently. There's a little bit of body work to do on it. You can probably see on this front left side fender, there's some cracks, and then there's a couple of dents on the trunk. other than that, she's not that bad. And I also have the, these have a trophy lip spoiler, and I have that as well. So it's going to look a lot better once that's on. Such a funny car. These actually don't have a handbrake, so that's why these boards are under it. Little carbon fiber door mirrors. Very, very cool car. These were notoriously very, very difficult to drive. A lot of people say that about the road cars as well, and I guess I'm going to find that out real soon. I mean, just look at how it sits. It's like that old, I think it was a Espace that they turned into a racing car. It kind of reminds me of like a mini version of that in a way. When you stood here next to it, it just has that shape and there's similar lines to it, and it's a really, really funky looking little thing, you know, because you don't see them very often. I mean, it's not all that easy to see a road car either, but you know, the trophy, I just think it's so cool. And I love the fact that, you know, it's a screaming little V6 sat behind your head. You know, there's the road car in the back, it has some covers, it has some insulation and stuff like that, so you can hear it, but it's kind of muted. Whereas this thing right here, it's just all in your face and in your ear. I really, really love it. I haven't started it up all that much. I've started it like twice because I just don't know the car yet, and I've been so busy that I haven't had a chance to check some things out. It was a blind buy. Somebody literally called up and said, I've seen you've got a red one. Do you want a yellow one? And I was like, well, they didn't make any yellow, did they? And he was like, yeah, well, it's a trophy. And I was like, oh yeah. So I basically paid same day, and then within a few days the car was here. Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really pleased with this little thing. I just think it's fantastic. Fantastic looking little things. The prices on these are sure to rise in the future. I'm just a bit of a weirdo for these kind of racing cars, these little hatchback things, and just to have it sat in here, you know, even though I can't drive it on the road. And it's, I mean, you know, let's be honest, I'm 40 years old, I've got 3 children, I'm busy. There's not that much time to go and even take this on a track. If I'm lucky, it might be once every few months. But to have it here and to look at it, I just think is really funny in itself. And I mean, it's, you know, it's not a mega money car, so it's not like I'm, you know, blowing loads of money and just can't do anything with it. This was actually quite a cheap, affordable car, and it was cheap because it was in a network. You know, if it was on a dealer website, it would have been a lot more money, but luckily one of my contacts spotted it and managed to get the deal done. So really, really happy with it. Really, really pleased with it. It's just such a little cool car. I mean, it's been used. I can tell it's been used on the circuit. It's not the cleanest, but I think it's just really, really cool. I mean, you can see there just above the sticker, there's a dent. And I think that's from where people have had their hands trying to close the boot. And then on that side as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how people have closed it. Awesome little car. Really, really cool. No handbrake. So you've got to keep it on a very flat surface. You've got to make sure it can't move. But yeah, what a car. Thank you very much for watching another one of my videos. I'm really, really happy that this little yellow guy has joined the fleet. I'm hoping to show you a little bit more on it. Unfortunately, it's not going to be for a few weeks until I get back to Japan. And then I can really go through the car, do some basic maintenance and stuff like that. I cannot wait for you guys to hear that little screaming V6. And I also can't wait to show you the red one too, which, as I said, is, yeah, it's going to be this week, I think, that I'll be able to get this car back. Yeah, thank you always for watching, and I know I still need to have a walk around of what is in here. There are some pretty spectacular things. Please keep liking and watching. It really does mean a lot. You know, when you're 40 and you're cracking on a bit, it's a little bit daunting, but I just really wanted to show everyone what is in here and the sort of stuff that comes through my hands. So like I said, very, very thankful for those watching. Please keep it up, and I'll catch you in the next one.